I don't know how to open this video, but today's video is going to be a lot different than the other videos I've put out so far. Today I want to talk about what it feels like to lose a parent, and if you have lost your parent, how you can cope with that. If you haven't lost your parent, use this video as motivation to be closer to them. If you're not, spend more time with them if sometimes you feel like you don't have much time, and rekindle any relationship there with your parent if you don't have one. My father died when I was 7 years old. I am now 23. That is a really, really long time ago, and today makes his anniversary. You know, it's never like a feeling you get used to. When I was in high school and I was graduating and just seeing all the girls with their fathers, you know, on graduation day, or when it was prom day, knowing that all the girls would get those moments that I wouldn't have, and that was just when it sunk in even more than it already had sunk in. It was a reminder, you know, because when you live your everyday life, it becomes your norm. You now know they're not around, but once you start seeing like all these things going on with girls and their dads, it sticks out to you more. Like, oh, I had a friend who didn't have a relationship with her father at all, and I'm not going to get into details on why or how long it had been, because I just don't feel like that's my personal business to share. But I just remember my senior year just seeing her really hurt and upset that she wanted her father there. And I remember just saying to her, you know, why not? Like, why don't you just call him? And it was like if a light bulb went off in her head, because I felt like if in a way she didn't even think of it. So I remember calling him for her and pretending to be her and wanting to meet up and talk about things. And I look back now, sorry. I look back now and I see the relationship they have, and it makes me feel so amazing to know that I brought a whole family together. Her brother, you know, his grandkids. It's just like beautiful to me. And if I can inspire other people to do the same thing, you know, reach out to your parent, talk to them, make whatever's wrong better. Because if it's not permanent, if it's not a permanent situation, there's nothing that should be stopping you guys from fixing whatever can be fixed. My father died in a car accident, and my sister was in the car, and it took me years to ask her things that had happened, just because I didn't know how she would react. She was 14 at the time, so I didn't know how she would react. I didn't know if she'd be comfortable. I didn't know if it was just a moment I should leave sacred between the two of them. But I had all these thoughts in my head of how things happened, and some of them, all of them were not good thoughts. And I wanted to know if he had last words. Sorry. I wanted to know if he had any last words, and to my surprise, she told me, you know, enough of what I asked. And I never told her this, and I know she's watching this, but thank you for that. It doesn't matter how far away his passing was. You know, time just gives you a routine. It gives you a routine of your everyday life without your parent. But time will never take, you know, the pain away. It just kind of simmers it, you know. It just makes it more livable, if that's the right way to say it. If there are people out there who come across this video and it be fresh that they have lost their parent, I want you to know that it's gonna be okay. It may not seem like it right away, but it will. I know that a lot of times you will question, oh my God, would my mom whoop my ass? Would my dad whoop my ass if I did this? If I made these decisions, would they be disappointed in me? How would they feel? Because a lot of things I do in my life, I think about that. You know, I think about how my father would feel, because I always want to make him proud. I always want to reflect the young woman that I know he would want me to be. And when people are around me, you know, my family, my friends, they're just so supportive, especially my family. You know, they'll tell me all the time, like, you're just like your father. And, you know, at first those things were really hard to hear, especially, oh, you look just like him. And, you know, it was hard, but that also is what gives me like power, because he was such a smart guy. He had several businesses. You know, he was just never gonna settle for not having things he wanted in life for himself or for his girls. And that's what keeps me pushing every day, is just knowing that he would want me to have any and everything, the most success, the most happiness. And that's what keeps me pushing every day. I want you guys to do the same. I want you guys to continue to go to school, work whatever job, pursue whatever trades you want, whatever talents you have. Do it, and don't think about disappointing your parent, because in the end, when you're happy, that's what's gonna mean everything in the world to them. Do know it's gonna be okay. Do know it is a hard journey. It's a long journey, and it's always gonna be a long journey, but it will be okay. To my sister, I just want to thank you for always having strength for me and my other sister. Thank you for being a great role model. You are so strong. The things you have overcome in life, the things you are still overcoming in life, is amazing to me. I don't know if I could do it so badass. And you're so beautiful. I love your scars. They are definitely a story, and you are a survivor. You're an angel, and I know this day, is probably hard for you, but I don't want you to remember the bad things. I want you to remember the good things, and I want you to keep pushing towards the woman that you are supposed to be, the woman that you would want your daughter to be, the woman you want us to be, because we are all rooting for you. Every year you are in my thoughts. Sometimes I wouldn't reach out to you, and that wasn't to be selfish, but it was just because I didn't know how to comfort you. I don't know how to comfort someone when they witness their parent losing their life, or I just don't know how to do that. So for everyone else, the best advice I could possibly ever give to you is to never give up. Never give up. Keep going hard. Follow any and every dream you have, and know that they always, always, always love you. They are your biggest fan on this earth or off of it. They're still rooting for you. They are still wanting you to make them proud, and I know you will. I want you guys to always remember the good times and the people they were, because that's gonna help you a lot. That's gonna help you become a reflection of them. I think, you know, this stuff, it doesn't come with, you know, a book, a need to know, you know, a survival kit. You know, how can you survive this, because it's very unexpected, and it's such a small community of us, and often it is really lonely. You know, when I was younger, I would get excited to have a friend that could just relate. And as horrible as that sounds, because it's like, wow, why would I be excited that someone shares the same pain? But it was almost just comforting knowing that I felt like I had gained someone who could understand. So if you ever think that someone doesn't understand, it's not true. There are many people who understand. I just want to finish up this video by thanking my father for being the amazing father he has always been. If he wasn't still an amazing father, even not being on this earth, I don't know that I would have as much push and fight to be such a strong, dedicated woman. And I want to thank my sister. You know, you do mean a lot to me, and you're my survivor, and you and my other sister, the three of us, you guys will always mean the most to me, like, in my whole entire life. We'll always be linked together, and I love you.